Oh, tell me.
No, it's so part of it.
Okay.
Nah, she's super feminist. She be like, I pay for everything. I don't pay you more for your house.
Will you come with me to my corner? I won't give you half.
Hey, come on, let's go. Boom chakalaka, hey, boom chakalaka, hey. Chilling with Cassandra. Chilling with Cassandra. My head got no dandruff. Lights on. Lights off. Lights off. Start the show.
Drive 4 miles. It was in bed 5 on that. Nice chick, me a chroma. Maybe do nice flip with my Kodak. Freeze, baby cheese. Oh gosh, she body, maybe boom to say kunka. By the way, of circle, Vida. Cause I didn't see me shower revival, but not many more me than now.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. Well, not a little bit, totally different. It's not a medical video and it's not medical school related. We're on holiday, so I just thought of starting a series on my channel whereby all of us just come together, a couple of friends and I come together and just share topics or just share our opinions on a certain topic. So let's just get right into it. Today's topic is going to be China relationships or relationships in China. Is it a yes or a no? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below and I'll always reply to your comments. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and yeah, that's it. Let's get right into it. With me, I've got 4 guests. Y'all haven't seen them. No, you've seen 2 or 3 of them. No, 2 of them on my channel. Tony. Right here, we've got Tony.
You know what it is, man. I'm back. I'm back. Good to be back.
Magali, the beautiful Magali.
And Elvis.
Elvis and Fiona.
Hey guys.
So, guys, relationships in China, is it a yes or a no? Or are we just here to play games with each other? Because this is something I've seen in the African community, especially like foreigners in China. Then foreigners in China in general will get into relationships, but it's not just serious because, okay, we are medical students first of all, and we're here for the time being. Most of us won't stay here.
That's true.
And we're in relationships, or we'll get into relationships, or we're not in relationships. Or why are you giving that look?
No. Even back home, you think that back home relationship are serious.
Serious? No, but then at least if you like back home, it may not be serious, but then you kind of like have
grounded.
Yes, yeah, you're more grounded. You have hope.
There's no hope yet.
There's no hope. So Tony, it's a no for you.
Okay, can we start by like confirming who has been in a relationship in China?
Okay, I haven't been in a relationship in China.
Elvis?
I have quite a lot. A lot of them. There's different reasons. There are different reasons why most of them didn't last. And as she said, like we are medical students, and most of the people I had a relationship with were not medical students. They were here just for a year or so. And some of them, I met them when they had only like 6 months left.
Oh my God.
So like, there's nothing I can do about it.
So you just decided to get into the relationship?
Yeah, but knowing that it might not last. So we have an agreement. You know that if you go, this long distance thing might not happen. Sometimes she says, "Oh, don't worry, it's just
it's okay.
It's just for the 6 months." Yeah. Okay. So it's different.
For me, like I think not just for me, but most ladies, we find it hard. Even though we say, okay, yeah, it's just for here, but then we don't know how to like control the emotions and then our love and stuff. So we might get into a relationship and say, okay, no, I'm just not gonna fall for it and stuff. But then at the end of the day, you find yourself falling for the guy.
But if you fall for the guy, there's the next guy and make you forget that one. Yes, imagine maybe I'm here in China, I'm having a boyfriend here, and I fall for him, like I'm so in love, I want to, okay, like girls used to marry and stuff. But if maybe I'm going back home, I will meet another guy there, and I will forget about him.
Wow.
Wow, just like that. It's
not
just say like that.
You know, maybe you guys have that feeling like it's the before that guy. I had a boyfriend before. It's not like my first boyfriend, and that boyfriend also, I love him too, and this one also, I love him too. So I think the word is made like this to be
recycle.
Yes, recycle.
Recycle. You can do the word renew.
Because sometimes
Renewed. Okay.
renew.
My bad.
Bro.
Have you been in a relationship in China?
Yes.
You see?
You?
Fiona?
No, why you speaking?
Giving you, why you going Fiona?
Why you like you misdirecting the question?
Okay, no, I have a couple.
It comes.
You know?
What happened to them?
Oh, come on. It's like,
So what's your take on this?
Nah, my take on it, guys. Nah, I'm afraid I'm just gonna get too deep with this thing, man.
Dive in.
Nah, okay, like what I can say is from my first one, it was more like, you know, you have time, I have time, we spend it together. We never, you know.
Wow. You had time.
Yeah, we never went too deep on that one. And then second one, well, I got my heart broken because.
Oh, Tony.
Yo, what is this? Yeah, so I got my heart broken because, you know, the girl didn't know what she wanted and I was just patient with her and...
So you liked her?
I liked her, come on.
So it's possible to like fall deep.
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
So how do you like, how do you tell yourself?
Actually,
It's so hard for me. I can't tell myself.
Because you have no one.
Exactly.
Mostly like you don't have your family. Most of your friends also are not really here. You are good friends. So your boyfriend start to become your
the only person.
Yeah, the only
you
person.
share
So
with.
it's very easy to fall in love in China.
I don't know. For me, I don't know if it's love or it's like maybe it's just a need, because there's a difference between love and then needing someone to just be there all the time and stuff.
Especially we being on the foreign land, we have this need to be with someone, to get comfortable with someone. So when we do get someone who has this, we share a common opinion with, we easily connect with the person. And as you said, it might be a need, but at that moment we feel like it's
that
love.
Is love. Yeah.
True. Well, for me, guys, I don't know, but then with me, I don't know. I'm like very, very critical when it comes to time.
Oh, time.
Like, don't waste my time, and I'm not gonna waste your time.
Okay.
You know, I feel like if I could do a lot, like I'm not gonna get into a relationship and then, you know, we just say, yeah, you've got time, I've got time, let's groove or whatever, let's spend it. Look, I'm a loner. I know how to spend my own. I know how to be alone. I don't get bored easily. I can still be comfortable when I'm alone, and I can still entertain myself. So for me, I don't know. I wouldn't want to get into a relationship knowing that it won't last. Of course, we never know if relationships will last, right? But then at least have hope that it will last.
Sometimes you can say won't last, and
it lasts.
It lasts. You don't know.
No, but the problem is
maybe
when y'all are getting in a relationship for 6 months, like you say, and then you already telling yourself, and the girl's like, yeah, it won't last and stuff. Like with me, it's not.
No, for that one, you try as hard.
Don't waste my time. Then
like
not
that one,
waste
you
your
try
time.
as hard as possible not to fall in love.
How do you do that?
It's simple.
It's simple.
How?
I've diverted a lot of love. Come on, some
But
people.
you still love them like, no, I'm not going that direction.
Yes, that's what you literally do.
Yeah, you don't get too personal.
You never get personal.
Okay, physical.
Okay, what do you mean like you don't get personal? Like emotions or what?
Yes.
Okay.
So does that mean that you don't share your stuff with the person?
Exactly. And you fall in love with someone you feel comfortable with. There's someone you can open up to easily. Someone you're like, oh, baby, I'm sad today. This and this happened.
Yeah.
But even though it's just 6 months, you don't do that with that person because you're wasting your time and the person's time too.
And then what are you doing in my space?
Because the more you spend time with the person will also fall in love with you. You get me? So it's just physical. Whenever you're bored, you want to have fun. You're always, let's go out, let's go have some fun.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
So more like a friendship.
Friendship kind of
But then
friendship kind of thing. You know?
Do you guys see each other every day?
Not every day. No.
Yo, okay, let me confess something. You know, my other experiences, I never got personal. I got personal with the one girl that broke my heart. And then this other relationship, like, for real, like, you know, I'm not that type of person where if you like, if it slips out that you're not feeling well, something happened with your family, you just, you know, you touch something personal. I'm not gonna ignore it and be like, nah, it's gonna be okay. I'm just that type of person, like, nah, let's talk about it. Maybe it'll help you feel better. Mistake number one. I did that, and then the person got attached to that. The fact that I can accommodate that and make her feel better. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying it's entirely a mistake, but you know, from one thing it leads to another, it leads to another. Next thing you know, you're living with the person and having fights every day.
Well, I don't really think that's a mistake because it's a friendship thing. Even if my friend calls me, always this happened to my family. As a human, as someone I care about, I'll definitely open up. Like, oh, what's wrong? Talk to me about it. But it gets weird if the person who is opening up to you is someone you get, you know, personal in bed with. Because you already have that personal connection, and now opening up and talking to you, the person, oh, I feel like I can share with you. And that's the recipe for falling in love. But we are skipping one person, we've not asked one person if they...
Fiona.
Yes. And she's quiet all this time.
I'm just going to you guys.
Okay, have you been in a relationship in China?
I think I'll leave that on the ellipsis. Actually, it's nothing on a real though, it's nothing ever.
I feel like there's a box for yes,
yes,
and a box for no.
Yes.
Take one.
There's ellipsis, like.
Whoa.
Come on. First of all,
skip the question.
Define ellipsis, bro. I don't know what that means. Okay.
For me, relationships in China, I don't think it's something pretty much solid I can actually depend on because no, listen, relationships involve feelings. You've got to have the certain feeling about a certain person that you may be attracted to, and that's an exchange of energy. And I'm not a person who'd likely invest in a relationship in China and waste my energy because you're extracting something from me.
That's what I was saying.
And I just watch it just go to waste, or you just ramble it out for me. And
I could do something
and
so much
and I cherish it, you know, to be something that is actually solid. And so it's relationships in China are those made in China things, you know.
Made in China.
They don't really last, to be honest, and you know.
But then what if they don't last because we tell ourselves no, they don't last?
No. You don't open yourself to the possibility that it's going to last.
No, but then what if two people come together and they're like, okay, we want this to last?
I understand that you're alone and you don't want to waste your time and your energy. But what if the person you're going to be with actually promotes your time and your energy?
What do you mean?
Like you have the time to do this, to do activity A, but you find someone who helps you to push through activity A and takes you to activity B.
Okay, so that's like basically using each other, right?
No. It's not like you.
No. Whoa! Relax.
No, I'm just asking.
Not every scenario that happens with another person's relationship is sabotage. Okay, we're not trying to sabotage you.
What is it?
Because even your normal boyfriend back home is going to push you to activity.
Yes, but then that's different because I know.
No.
That's not a relationship. We're basically using each other.
No, you want to do, let's say, achieve a target. You want to achieve something, and you date someone who also actually agrees and respects your goals and helps you on the road to achieve that. After that, the person might say, oh, you got to 50%, let me help you get to 70. The person is not wasting your time or wasting your energy. The person is actually trying to develop you, help you develop. The person, you are not using each other, you are actually encouraging each other, you are pushing each other.
So that's not a relationship, guys.
What is that?
What is that then?
It's not a love relationship.
It is.
It could be, and then it could be, and then at the end it's just like, yo.
That's very corporate though.
Yeah, thank you. That's a bit corporate.
No, the person is not.
You don't like in bed and stuff with it. It's not like love bed and stuff with it.
Every day, the person is not with you because the person wants to push you.
I can't take
Okay, I want to ask. Okay, if maybe you have a boyfriend here or maybe you have a girlfriend here, and after the person go back home, so if maybe to his country, if you have something that you have to do there, you will not call the person will never help you. So it's like when the person is gone, it's gone. No. You still keep the relationship, even friendship. And you still keep in touch, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that it was like cooperation and we sign a contract 1 year and it's done. No.
Okay. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say I want to start a business and I have a girlfriend. I tell my girlfriend.
Chinese girlfriend.
Yeah, Eddie. I tell my Chinese girlfriend, yeah, I want to start a business. And she's like, oh, I can help you. I know people who can help you with that. We are dating before I brought up that idea. We didn't date after the idea. And she helps me achieve that dream. We build a company together. She pushes me to achieve my goal.
But that's different. I think you guys are diverting from the question, or you guys are diverting from the initial idea, because I feel that even with friends or even with like family back home, it's the same thing. Even like with nature, we help each other like reach our goals. We help each other like get to where we want to. But it's not.
I will say something though. I'd say perhaps it may be easier to form a relationship if, you know, you put into terms what Elvis is saying in China. Like a person can help you to establish certain things, but then also with me, it's about being grounded. It's nothing that's ever gonna be truly solid, because once you're home, you're able to form like, you know, a real thing, and you know you're not gonna be disturbed or you're not gonna leave anything. But then when you're in China, you're gonna be solely attached to that person because of that thing, and it was based in China. And then once you leave, it's nothing.
But then why is it that once you leave, it should like go away? Like it shouldn't exist anymore. Why should people
put it in your mind?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe why do people put that in our mind?
Because as human, we don't want to get hurt. So it's easy to put like this in your mind, not having expectation. So it's not like if it's last, it will be bad. No, like it's someone that I have attached with and I have feelings for. So if maybe after China we have to meet again and still be together, it's not that I will be sad. No, but I would be more sad if I was thinking that we'll still be together and after I just put my head go like this.
But then why is it that we tell ourselves, oh, this is just for China? Why can't like we put in our mindsets, no, I can love this person or I can get attached to this person for a long time? Why can't it go far? I know some people can't do distance, but then some people can. But then because we're in China, we're like, nah, there's so many girls, so many hot girls, let me go there,
so many guys.
Guys. I mean,
so many guys.
I would like
shots are being
Now, can I shed some light on that statement? Before Cassandra and I, when we were talking about doing this idea, we were talking about relationships in China and, you know, how we go about it. Okay, for gentlemen, it's like, yo, man, so many fine ladies out there, man. It's not even a question of, you know, am I going to be single? Nah, fam. Roll out, you get yourself a babe, you're cool, right?
Sorry, can I pause you for a moment, man? Girls, how do you feel about, you know, being in China, the males around?
There's no one. I'm sorry.
Okay, continue, sir.
Wow.
Okay.
That is that.
Wow. Okay. You know what? Stop recording. I'm done.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I did not mean it like that. I promise you, I didn't mean it like that. This is how I do it. No, listen guys, I feel as if the guys, you guys have so many options to choose from. There's Russians there's Chinese there's Africans, there's Americans, there's
Why does it have to be like that?
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It has
But it's not like that.
Come back to this topic about no guys. Okay.
Marketing, girls.
But right now we're not talking about that. Okay. The thing I mentioned too, because the reason why I never take these relationships to another level where I can build on it, because you know, you go into a relationship, you're like, okay, am I going to build or am I just going to sit back and see what being with another person is to help you in the future? You know, you gain experience from being with a person, or am I just gonna be like, yo, I'm in love with you, let's build a life, wherever it may be in the world, whatever we do, we'll face it together, but you know, I'm just with you. Sometimes I enter a relationship, or the relationship happens, and I look for qualities in that specific lady, in that specific woman. I look for quality. I believe in that, you know, you take someone on for a ride, and what if that person is just your soulmate, like sitting right in front of you, and you know, you might have missed that chance. So if I do accept, or if I do ride that wave of thinking this might be my soulmate, I look for qualities that are very important. And the most important one, the one that I just, you know, is my go-to, that quality that I look for is, I ask myself this question: is this lady, this beautiful, gorgeous woman right here, does she possess the qualities, or is she the right woman to raise my kids? Would this be the right person to start a family with? Would this be the right person if by chance, you know, something happened, baby, yo, would I be able to bring her back home and be like, yo, okay, obviously, this is what happened, and you know, I will be able to stand by her, protect her at all times, because you know, sometimes, and this is something you guys don't know. Okay, in our school, in our medical school, girls are focused on the future. That is something no one can deny. You find those few reckless girls, you know, like to have fun and do things like that. But outside, these other people that we meet, especially like Europeans or whatnot, these people are short-term based. Their lives, them being in China, is short-term based. Let's start there. And some of them, they don't possess these qualities that you know. It's about sometimes a person being polite in public. You know, you pass by these people and they're always insulting Chinese. I don't like that. You pass by these people and they're always saying something, talking about other people. I don't like that. That's not someone who I can, you know, because when you're with the person, they must represent you. I don't go around saying rude things about people. I mean, I talk about it. You know, I talk a lot of crap. You know, that's me. But I'm not rude. And you meet these people who are rude and whatnot. And sometimes it's just like, man, you know what? At least I get entertained when I'm bored, or it's something like that. And sometimes you can build on that, and sometimes it's just like, let's just leave it there and you know, put that.
Ask a question: why do you annotate a wife to being like someone who can take care
Thank you. I was about to
kids
ask that.
rather than an eternal lover?
Like, why can't you also do that? Why can't you take on the but why can't you like another topic?
No. Okay,
That's a whole different topic.
Okay, I don't want to go into another different topic, but I don't mean by stay at home, take care of the kids. No, my mom raised me. My mom gave me the qualities of how to be a proper man. And if I somehow am not there, let's say, I don't know, I get comatose. You know, I won't be able to teach my sons how to be proper men. And who will teach my daughter how to be a proper daughter? Like, you well-raised young ladies over here. Like, that's the type of qualities that I'm talking about. Not someone who's able to give baby milk. Man, anyone can do that. Anyone can change that.
No, I think you're still missing the question. Like, why are you seeking wife material as a child bearer and someone who can look after your kids than an eternal lover? Because truly someone who loves you, like deeply, you trust them with your kids. So it's not a matter of question, but then you're quick to annotate it to a childbearing female.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's a different topic.
That's a different topic.
No, but that's what you did. But
Yeah.
you're just asking why.
I was actually your question.
Okay, reason why people have this ideology that a relationship in China is not going to last is we all come to China with a different idea that after China, what are we going to do? What I want to do after during my internship, where I want to do my internship after school, where I want to go is different for even the same person from the same city I came from. So I'm going to be someone from a different country with a different idea. So we have like we have different parts of our lives going. So like when we come together, it's very difficult for someone to sacrifice.
Yeah, because it means that someone must follow another one. And
Follow another one.
yes,
Or we have to meet like halfway. And it's sometimes very difficult because of we normally meet, we normally meet people of different fields. The Europeans you meet are just here for a year. Even I met some that they are here doesn't really count back home. It's like they're on a vacation here. Yeah, so they can skip class, they can not write an exam. It wouldn't affect their they graduating or anything. So they're just here to have fun. You get me? So like we meet those people and they are like willing to go like, hey, I'm just here for fun. But the girls from our school, you know, they are like driven. They are here to be doctors. They don't have time to waste their energy.
Of course not.
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask. I've known people who have been in relationship here in China, also myself, but that the relationship was very deep, like very close, and they were like always together, and they were in that bubble. But only for vacation for 1 month.
When they went back home.
When they went back home, the reality come true. And it's like, she said that, like my friend, she told me that it's not like, I don't like him anymore, but it's like, I'm just busy with some stuff home, and I've been busy, and it was no more the same.
Maybe it's because, you know, most of us,
Maybe.
okay, I can't speak for every African, but we Africans, we come from a very strict home. And now this is a time for us to break free from our family. This is the first time. It's the first time being away from our family for so long. So it's like we've built ourselves this fantasy, like to do things that we
never
always
done.
Exactly. So we are all out. We don't want to stay at one place because we know when we get back home,
You don't do that.
things are different. Yeah.
Get away home!
Okay, I've been thinking about Fiona's question, and you know, I've been breaking it down in my mind, like, you know, the whole lover thing, your eternal soulmate, you know, believe in God, right? So what I do, my prayer, right? My prayer is for God to bring me the right woman. Right?
Do you pray about that?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was only us ladies.
No,
sometimes I just thought that only ladies pray for that. But I didn't know that it was
No. As my prayer and whatnot. So if Fiona, if I was to meet my eternal
here in China,
she would have to possess the same prayers I do.
What if she does?
Okay, what if she does? What if she believes in God, right? Like that's the key for me, is for you to believe in God, you know, a higher power, my higher power, you know, Almighty, hold tight the brother thing. It's for you to believe in that. And then maybe I can think, yeah, but man, I have a problem with this whole soulmate thing. It's not my vibe,
Yeah,
you know.
I don't
soulmates.
How? Okay.
I don't believe
this is not my vibe,
soulmates.
guys.
So then what are you praying for? What are you praying for?
Yeah, I told you.
Because there are so many girls that believe in that.
There are so many girls with the same qualities that you.
If she laughs at my stupid jokes, not these jokes.
I know it's your job.
Okay, Magali the spot. It's not about the public jokes I make in public. It's the ones that I even like, you know, the bad jokes I make in private, you know. If you laugh, if you find comedy, which means that there's something that you see within me, something I don't see within myself, that's a click. But if we're alone and I crack a joke and you don't laugh, it's like, man, that's the dope. Please get out, you know. I need someone who will support me in my failure.
I think differently. Yeah. I'm for one, I like to stay in my space. I'm alone too, almost. But I get bored easily with people. Especially if it's someone you are with for a long time. I like to envision or think about, let's say if I'm dating a girl, I want to think about, hey, if we are together for 3 years, 4 years, will I still find it attractive? If not, then that means it's not really going to work out. But if after 3, 4, 5 years, I still find it attractive, I can think about it. I've seen you with makeup, without makeup. I've seen you everything, and I still find you attractive after 4 or 5 years. Honey, there's hope. I'll be willing to fight through everything to make that happen.
Yeah.
It's a yes or no relationships in China. Magali, what do you think?
Okay. In first year or second year it was yes, but actually I'm going to is a no. People from first year,
yeah, they can.
Because they
So you think first years we should do it and then we shouldn't do it?
No, me. I cannot do because I'm going.
Yes, next time.
Then what advice would you give someone?
I would just
Like
that.
even if they're here for a year or for short
Okay,
term.
the only thing I can say is like just go according to your feelings, and when you are even you want to play with a girl, or maybe you just want someone in China, look at the person who represents your characteristics that you are looking for your possible husband, because we never know.
For me, relationships in China, if you're serious about it, pray about it. If you're not serious about it, wear a condom.
Me, my soberness.
Oh,
My personal mind, like when I say soberness, it's nothing solid. So stop wasting your time, your feelings, your energy, you know, you're so tired having sex everywhere. So just be real with yourself, bruh. Like always be on ground. So yeah, then you'll know. If you're on ground, you'll know. If you're not, then you can have as many.
Because I think like so many ladies, like we get into like these situationships and then thinking that it may go somewhere or it will go far.
Sorry to disturb you, I'll tell you one thing. Being away from home, you're also away from your loving supporters, like your true grounded family, people you're with every time, you know. And when you tend to be in an environment that is away from home, those elements are removed from you, like your social security, your home security, people you can actually truly rely on. And so it's easy for someone who can be, you know, a floozy to come across you and, you know, click with you in your weakness when you're actually seeking your family or your true surroundings, and then you know, you think they're filling up your space of, you know, love, whereas you're lonely from not being with your family. And then, you know, they become this idol of like, oh, I love this guy. And then that's why you easily, when you're at home, like, no, I don't really like this person. We don't stand for the same values, we don't have the same beliefs, you know. It's all about those things. So that's why I'm also not about that whole emotional wasting thing. So yeah, and then, you know, you love this guy. Oh, in China, no, you're missing home, girl. When last were you home? When last did you speak to your family? When last did you speak to your friends, if you had friends at home? You know, things change, and when you're around your environment, essentially. So yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, I think we should watch out for the comments.
So yeah.
They might be hitting you up.
Take a risk. You said something like
I think people can take risks, but the problem is that if you want to go in relationship in China, look for the quality of the men that you were looking back home. So don't change your first.
Oh, don't change like
maybe if I don't fall like this kind of guy, I will not go in relationship just because I don't need it.
Okay.
I get you, like we shouldn't compromise.
Yeah.
So like I'm putting compromise before.
Even for a short time.
Even for a short time, don't compromise.
Okay.
For me, it's also it's not a yes, neither is it a no, because it's a 50-50 thing. Like even back home, it's 50-50. You're never sure. Like the advice I can give you is the advice I go by. Something I read in the book, like going into a relationship is like a puddle of water. It's a puddle of water you're about to jump in. You don't know the depth of the water.
Yes.
It might be shallow, it might be deep. You never know. It's a belief, it's a leap of faith. You might go into a relationship and hope that it's going to work out, that this is the person you've been looking for. No guy actually wants to waste his time unless he just wants to have fun. But if he's going to a relationship, he doesn't want to waste his time either. Because we all want to be the model, the role model that our parents want. The role model the society looks up to. And we don't want to be going around changing girls all the time. Unless it's something that, like, I'm in that phase now, I'm in the phase of having fun. I don't want to settle.
So there's
down.
a certain phase.
Yeah, there is a kind of phase, and that you look for different kind of girls. But if you are going into a relationship, then we also don't want to waste our time.
There we go.
Yeah.
That even though there's something that I found among couples that
In China?
yes, in China, and you're in a relationship with someone, please, it's not your father or your mother. If it's not going anymore, leave. You guys, I got my visa alone. I'm not sticking with you. Just because you want that, you are afraid to be lonely. Yes, you continue to stick with him or stick with her just because if it's not going anymore, just stop, please. That's the thing. Many people are suffering for that in China. I
feel as if the other thing is that when people or couples here in China are in a relationship, it's as if they're the only people that they have. It's like you only have each other. Like they're so clingy and like you see them everywhere. If you see this one, you probably see the other person with them. I mean, like if you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that you can't still be with your friends. So
the problem is that many people who are in a relationship with another people, they found like the thing that maybe the guy who is fucking me can do for me, my friend can do it for me. If maybe I'm calling at 2 a.m., there's a white man place. Wait, like you see.
Wait, what? Like this guy?
I thought I heard something.
I heard that.
I heard that. I thought,
but I know we also forgot to address the topic that these two beautiful ladies brought out about the guys in China.
Oh yes! Don't think I forgot about that.
It's on my heart that there are no guys.
She said she's
No,
there's no.
Look, I didn't mean to say there are no guys, but I just feel as if there's so many options. Like you say, wait, Elvis. There isn't so many options because you said, and like what you saw, girls in our school, medical students, girls who are medical students. It's not the same like y'all want just a 6-month thing and stuff. We want to settle, or we in that. Like, how old are we? If I'm a 4th year, how old am I? I'm probably like 24. 22, whatever. We want to settle. We're not in that phase of like wanting to play and stuff. So when we look at those tendencies, we can't find a lot of guys. This is what I think. At this point in your life, Elvis and Tony, we gotta be serious. You guys are not looking. We gotta be honest. Y'all are not looking for like the wife material yet, right? Because okay, maybe you are, but then maybe before you weren't.
Of course.
But then when we
said, the first year, second year, we're having fun. The first year, second year, we're having fun.
Yeah.
But now I'm in my 5th year, and I'm about to go on for my internship. I'm an old man, so of course I don't want to go home because I know as soon as I get home, my mom, being an African woman, will start pressuring me that when are you going to give me grandkids? When are you married? When are you going to give me grandkids?
It's not even about the marriage.
Because you know the grandkids thing is Still kill me.
I don't know. I feel as if most of the ladies like we want to settle, or we're looking for like the husband material. Like we said, we don't want to waste time and energy. So when we look at China and then we're looking for this husband material or husband type, that's why I say we can't find any. Because y'all still want to play.
Like, you don't understand. Oh my gosh. You see, when... Trust me. I say I've been with only 3 girls, but I've been with girls, okay? I read girls, and it's not always, for bedroom things. No. It's just like, being with girls. Man, I don't know what it is with you women. Not all you women, I mean, maybe, but come on. Y'all need to calm down, okay? Y'all need to chill the out. Yo, I'm saying this because... I'm saying this because we live in a generation where Instagram, first of all, y'all want to look the same. Man, some of y'all don't have Instagram, some of y'all do. I met the ones that do, okay? They want the Instagram life. Boyfriend, everything perfect. they don't want to accept that things are not perfect, but the fact that we work on them every day makes us better people. No, they want perfect from the get-go. I am sorry, but I've had it up to here. With women, bro, I'm just totally up to here, because we come across people who were not raised the same way as others, okay? Yeah. I know girls who can fend for themselves to the end. I know girls who are hardcore, like who are raised by people and they were taught how to live on their own, how to cope with things on their own. Not even like they were spoon-fed how to cope on their own, but they just developed that sense of self-survival. Yeah. And he girls who haven't had that sense of survival. Who, if one thing goes wrong, the entire world falls apart. Alright? First of all, I hate that. Girls can be emotional, men can be emotional. But how you control that emotion is totally up to you. And sometimes, I know this because I've experienced it, sometimes girls choose to be emotional. I hate that. Sometimes girls choose to be victims. Hate that.
Wait, bro. Victims of what?
Anything. Y'all are victim of emotional abuse.
Understand.
Y'all are victims of.
Because you use a crying against the guy because we know we the guys can't handle the crying.
I cannot handle a woman crying.
Oh, so you mean like girls are...
It's not about whining all the time. Like, I've been with a girl who says, Tony, I don't know what I'm doing in China. I don't know why I'm studying medicine. I don't know this, I don't know this.
I don't know where my life is going.
I don't know where my life is going. And I'm like...
You still get guys like that too, guys.
Yes, no.
Okay, you get general people like that, alright? But my point is on females.
Yeah.
Because I personally feel that girls should just be more empowered. Y'all have women are the most powerful things on this planet. Women have the power. They have control over everything. My point is, man, it's time for y'all to take your rightful place in this world and stop depending on, oh, I hope I find a rich husband, or I hope, I'd be in that position where I have the perfect 3 kids family. Nah! The guys must be begging for you, not you praying for guys.
Yeah.
And another thing, okay? I'm here in China, you here in China. That's it. Now when you start telling your mother about me,
that's a different level.
Your mother who is not in China?
Okay, for that, the both of you need to agree on that.
Yeah.
She did not agree on that. She just went straight ahead. Hold tight, man. I was raised by moms and women, so I know how to be, I'm a typical mama's boy. I know how
to relate with
them. But, man, and now she's thrown us into this boat of hers, okay?
But that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I feel so terrible.
It totally does. It totally does.
Would you tell
your mom that I have a boyfriend here if you're not serious about the guy?
No, the thing is, it depends on the relationship you have with your mother. Yes. Some girls and like...
True. Okay, but now what
I didn't say, Mom, this is my husband.
No, I said, Mom, this is the guy I'm rolling with here.
Yeah.
Okay, that guys also talk about, I don't know where my life is going. It's basic human nature. That you get weak sometimes. You can't be strong all the time. We don't expect the women to be strong all the time. That we men, we have this primal instinct to be the whole breadwinner. We need to be the pillar of the house. So sometimes, if a woman is weak, we thrive in that moment. But what he's saying that shouldn't be your thing. Every day you complain that I don't know my life.
I gotta know that I can come to you and rant about anything. Okay.
No, anything, you can. If it's different, even like, I had my finger, I had my thumb, I had my jaw hurts. It's different. It's different things. Yesterday I was supposed to sleep early. I didn't. I was video calling my girlfriend because she wasn't feeling too good. We talked over like 3 hours. I was there for her because it's something she's been going through like a bad patch, and I'm there for her. So that I will be there. You get me? But it's not for like trivial things, like basic things. Like, oh my goodness, my makeup doesn't match my lipstick. I also have to have an image. My girl has to represent me. She goes out, oh, that's Elvis's girl. That's Elvis's girl. I respect Elvis. Elvis would date that girl. Give me that respect. So of course, I won't be with a girl who I don't think is sexy enough to be with me. So if she's going off, or she's losing it, I will let her know. But till then, you are sexy. You are beautiful. You are the most beautiful person I know. In and out. You represent me. That's why I would hold your hand and show you to my friends. Brag about you.
There we go.
To my friends. If not, I'll be like, no. But if I'm able to tell my friends about you, honey.
That was it. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you guys would like to see more of my daddy, Tony, Fiona, and Albert, please comment down below and let me know who was inspired. And leave questions too, and I will answer it. Bye.
Yeah. Peace out. Where the pancakes at?